Alright, hi guys, I'm back, and as you can see I have another little packet of Arteza paint in front of me. This is part 3 of the Arteza experimentation. So today I am using 3 colors I have created from several of the Arteza colors. So they're all a mix of different colors. I'm not even going to tell you, which colors are mixed together because it really doesn't matter. The experimentation is about, can you mix these paints to make just as pretty a painting as you can without mixing the paints together. So we're going to do 3 colors, sort of a teal, and then I have created my wild iris color. It's not quite as bright as I think the wild iris is, but it's pretty close. And then sort of a limey green, just because I liked these colors together before, and I kind of wanted to put some colors together that if they mix they'll turn brown, so we're going to kind of see if the colors are going to turn muddy. Now unfortunately I did have to add water to these, so we'll see how that does. But in the last one, I was thinking about it after I turned the camera off. The white had water in it, so I think they definitely did better without a lot of water added to them, but I don't put a lot of water in there anyway, so we'll see how this one does. And again, it's going to be just another simple flip cup. And I would say, judging on the last painting, it hasn't dried yet, of course. It's still sitting there wet. I don't know if you can see it along the edge here. I'm doing all the videos in one day, and then I'll post them separately. But, so I can't tell you if they've dried nice and flat, but the blue and green one I'm really in love with. It's just so pretty. I can see a lot of air bubbles popping up in this limey green color. I don't know what it is about these paints, but they do tend to bubble a lot. So I think we're not going to start with the and I do have these paints a little thicker, partly because they've been sitting here a while, and I want to see how they do if they're going to dry. Because I have them so thick, are they going to dry cracked, or are they going to be happy? Hopefully they're going to be happy. Just 1 drop of silicone in each color. Just kind of layering them all on top. Hopefully they won't, they're not sinking through each other. And because I mixed these colors, I think this one is the crimson red and the ultramarine blue with a little bit of white added in. So, you can't really go by opaqueness and transparency because you're mixing transparent and opaque colors, so they're probably all going to be relatively opaque. No, let's do the lime green next. And this one I think was the ultramarine blue and the lemon yellow. I told you I wasn't going to tell you the colors, but I might as well. And this one, I'm not entirely sure. I think I used some phthalo blue and some ultramarine blue and some of the pale green, I want to say, I believe. No more white. Kind of sick of that white. Alright, that's plenty of paint, as we have seen from the last paintings. I've got a bunch of paint here, so we're probably going to do like a really big painting. Just a real big mix. I actually picked up the paint off of the table. This is what I have, like half a cup full of the, now it's a peachy color. And then I've got some more of this teal, which is almost exactly the same color as the one I made, which is kind of funny. So we'll probably just do like a big, I don't know, we'll do something with it. Okay, and you can kind of see the silicone is, well, I don't know. I can see the silicone kind of sitting on top of there, so we need to get this done. Okay. I'm staring at the other painting, the blue and the green one, and the cells are just so nice and big and all sort of compact together. I like that one. If you're experimenting with a new paint, pick colors you like, because if you don't pick colors, you think, oh, let's just mix a bunch of colors together and see what happens. It's just, you're not going to like it and you're not going to use the paint again, so don't do that. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. That's kind of pretty right there. Kind of like that little corner right there. That's kind of neat looking. I don't want that going over. I did put push pins in the bottom of this, but no tape, because this was an experimentation on. To be honest, I really wasn't expecting to have paintings I was going to save, unfortunately. But, oh, I love what's going on here. But see, the colors have mixed, sort of blended together a little bit, but they are not muddy at all. Look at that, little caterpillar cells right there. Oh, I don't want to lose any of that. I'm going to be really super careful. Let's get the palette knife again. And see if we can... Oh, it's going off the side already. No, 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 no. My little caterpillar cells are gone already. Oh, well. Can't have everything. They're probably going to get pushed off anyway. They were so close to that edge. Corner catcher time. Before we lose all of this pretty. Let's start on this side, I think. There we go. No, this corner over here. Yep, totally lost my caterpillar cells. Oh, well. And even though my paint was thicker, I've got a lot of paint on there, so it's moving pretty easily. Oh, let's go for this corner over here. I'd like to save some of that limey green color that I created. And this is probably going to go off that way, because I don't... It's a little too blended, I think. Definitely have a lot of paint we need to get rid of. There's way too much paint on this canvas here, so let's just pour some off. Pour all that stuff we don't like off. There we go. Okay. Wow. I like it. There's a lot of paint still left on there. I'm a little worried about that. There's a lot of paint sitting in there. You can kind of feel the weight of your painting. You can kind of determine, is that going to be too much paint or not. I don't want to pour off any of it though, because it just looks so pretty. And then I'm going to leave it and we'll see what happens. Okay. There's your little... Let's move it over. I think I'm too far over. I want you to be able to see it well enough. There's your little side catcher. I'm going to wash my hands while that continues to work for a minute. And as you, if you remember, I have not torched that at all yet. So, we'll see what happens when I have to torch it. I don't want to bring up a lot of little bitty cells, but, you know, that's what happens when you torch it after you sort of move it all over the place. We have some interesting veins, or spider webbing, whatever you want to call it. I think those are more like veins. And if any of you have questions about my little torch, it came from Home Depot. It is a Bernzomatic, and it is an awesome torch. I really don't want to keep torching this because it's already just littered with cells. Okay, well, let's get you down so you can see a close-up. Alright, so here is the close-up. And I think it's probably still working a little bit. And there are your veins, which are very interesting looking. Because they're veins outlined by veins. Pretty cool. And I don't get that very often, so you guys know I love the veins. I get excited when I get the veins. But you can see how the colors have sort of mixed together, blended over each other, but not muddy looking. Like you can kind of see, like right there, it's not muddy, it's just, you know, faded into each other. So, you know, taking colors that definitely, if you mix them up in a cup, are going to look muddy. And not getting mud, I'm pretty happy about that. And remember, this was torching after we moved everything around, so that's why we have more little cells everywhere. Okay. Alright, so I would say this was a successful pour. I really like this little painting. And when you're experimenting, experiment on a small canvas. I guarantee you'll get better results. You always get better results on a smaller canvas when you're just starting out. You know, you can kind of learn, you know, what you need to be doing. Of course, you're not spending as much money on a smaller canvas, so that's helping. So if you really mess one up, you know, it's not a big deal. Okay, well, we've done 3 paintings with Arteza paint so far. I'm actually really happy with it this time. I didn't have as much success, but I want to say the Arteza paintings that I did before have been sitting around the house for several months, and I really actually am coming to appreciate them more than I did to begin with. So if, you know, I always say if you don't like a painting, let it sit in your house for like a week, no, like a month. Hang it on your wall. Even if you hate it at the time, hang it on your wall. A lot of times over time you'll decide you really hate it and it needs to go in the garbage, or a lot of times you'll decide you actually like it. So, you know, give your paintings a chance. If you don't like it at first, let it dry. Don't scrape it all off unless it's just absolutely horrible. And, you know, stare at it for a month or so. Let other people look at it. Because I know some of my pieces I absolutely hate. My husband won't let me throw away because he loves them. So, alright, so I'm gonna say this time around, I'm really enjoying the Arteza paints. I actually wish I had more of them to play around with. So, give them a try. I will contact Arteza and see if there's any kind of promo code we can offer you guys to order the paint. And, yeah, we'll go from there. So, I've got a lot of leftover paint here, so I'm going to figure out what to do with that. I'm going to stare at it for a little while. We might do, you know, something other than just a regular flip cup in the next video. Alright, wherever you are on the planet, I hope you're having an awesome afternoon, day, evening, or night. And in my past 2 videos, I'm pretty sure I did not thank you guys, so I want to thank you for the last 2 videos. Thank you to all my subscribers, all my viewers, all of you out there who love me, and you know, and send me some wonderful comments, and sometimes you send me some wonderful gifts in the mail. I really, really appreciate that. You guys are actually helping me to be able to paint more than I would have otherwise. Lately, I really would not have been able to do as much if I hadn't had your lovely contributions to my channel. It really means a lot to me. And I don't consider you guys strangers out there. I consider you guys my friends all over the world. I really enjoy having you guys in my life. So, okay. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, day, evening, or night. See you later. Bye.